Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting edition of Psychic Sundays Live with your host, the Queen of Ooga Booga, Psychic Sally Diane. How you doing tonight, Sally?
I am doing wonderful, thank you. And I hope all of you guys are doing wonderful too. It's been a good week, I think.
Yeah, it's been a great week.
Yeah.
Nice weather, I didn't kill myself mowing the lawn.
Yeah.
You have a very steep lawn, like steep. I'm on my second lawnmower this year. The hill ate the first one.
But
Anyhow.
he soldiers on. And so do we.
What are we starting with tonight, Sally?
Okay, well, we did get one email. Just one, folks. You should send your email questions in advance so your questions can be asked first. But one person did, and that was our friend Marcy. And Marcy, she will be working first time ever as poll supervisor in the election on Monday night. So she wanted to know if there was anything she needed to be mindful of or whether it will go like clockwork. Well, we'll ask our old Francis Scapini deck how Marcy and the election will go. And, I think that after that we should just throw a few cards on the election in general.
Let me hold off on that for a bit.
Okay, good idea. But let's see how it goes for Marcy. And congratulations for working as a poll supervisor. And they're the folks that make things go smoothly for the rest of us. Keep us headed in the right direction. And how will it go for Marcy? Okay, it's going to be tiring. You better wear some comfortable shoes. I think by the end of the night, when I worked as a waitress, we used to end the night and say, my dogs are barking, which means my feet are sore. And I think you're going to have that problem too. Okay, so you have the Ace of Swords, but it's the Ace of Swords reversed. And just the fact that the swords are here, not in a real positive way, is I really see that as being the media. It could actually be it could actually be the electricity. So we'll see that too, because at first I thought it was the media because of the electrical quality of it, but then I just kept getting the electricity. So you might have some power outages. But they will determine it by the end of the night. And whoever's supervising all you guys, whoever the next person up is, seems to be quite confident and assertive in how he does his job. Okay, so thank you, Marcy. Good luck with you working as a poll worker. And should we tell the people our news?
What news?
The news about the Mystic Rendezvous.
The store you used to have?
No. Good one. Well, I did used to have a store in Kitchener named the Mystic Rendezvous, and I do readings out of that store, and I'd also teach classes. And so we've resurrected the Mystic Rendezvous name for an event that we will be holding this winter, actually 2 of them. And I will be hosting 2 Mystic Rendezvous psychic instruction events this winter, one on tarot, the other on palmistry. And that's something that's going to start Saturdays at 9 and go right through to Sunday mid-afternoon. And the Mystic Rendezvous events have a 2-day immersive learning experience using instruction, guided meditation, learning games, and practice. I will take the students from introduction to practical application. Your weekend package will include all lessons, your accommodations, 2 lunches, 1 dinner, and a continental breakfast, and also a Saturday night party, a pajama party with mini readings. So it's going to be a lot of fun, sort of like an adult camp in a haunted hotel. And we will be making an announcement on the cost next week. But if anybody's interested, send us an email at thequeenofoogaboga@gmail.com, and we will send you an email as soon as we have the details worked out.
Okay, through the details. Are we doing readings yet?
Yes, we are.
Okay, we got this party started quickly.
Yes, we did.
My favorite thing, get that monkey up the tree.
Yes.
Hello, Exina.
Hi.
Does Steven still think about marrying me in the future?
Does he still think about marrying you in the future? Well, depends on how much you bug him about it in the present, to be quite honest. Let's see how Steven's cold feet are doing. Yes, he still thinks of marrying you. He has got to achieve a few life goals before he's ready for it. And that's why he doesn't want to talk about it. But yeah, he still thinks that you guys are on a marrying path. He just thinks it's something that right now is measured more in years than months. Okay, but you're still on the right path with this guy. Just bake him a nice dinner and be nice to him.
Well, that was for Exina. Now we have Mary Ann, who's looking for messages from her guides.
Okay, so what does Mary M's guides have to say to her? Okay, this one just seemed to want to come out of the deck and come out of the deck, and it was sticking out of the bottom. And it's the moon reversed. But when I look at it, it seems to say that silence is a better part of valor. So this isn't the time for you to be exposing people's secrets and avoid gossip. But let's see what else your guides have to say to you. Oh, they say that this is a good time to show your creative side. You know, showcase your talents to those who matter right now. Another warning about not being gossipy. Definitely. Don't be gossipy. Don't reveal anybody's secrets because it feels like you got some juicy little tidbits coming your way. Just kind of keep them to yourself and enjoy them that way. But this is a good time to do the look at me and see what a good job I do kind of thing at work. So show off your own stuff and keep everybody else's secrets to yourself.
Well, there you go, Mary Ann. Sorry I missed you there, Sonia, but hers
Hi,
is the
Sonia.
next
So nice
question.
to see you.
Sonia's question is wondering what the spirits guide are going to be talking about today. She's got a lot of stuff going on and she just needs guidance.
Okay, so what does Sonia need to know right now? What does Sonia need to know the most right now? Okay. All right. We've seen this one before, folks. Sounds like we've got another theme for the night, the moon reversed. Okay, so now the first thing that I notice is that you've got 3 major arcana cards, all major arcana cards. So this is telling me that a lot of things are going on in your life right now might be a little bit beyond your control. You do have this idea that secrets are tumbling out, but they may be secrets about you. So step lightly and don't tell anybody your secrets, because anything you tell anybody, it'll get all over the place, because there's that warning about gossips too. These two together, you have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is kind of the institution, the higher-ups. I've always told you they appreciate you and they appreciate the way you work, especially the way you work independently. You seem to take pride in your work, but also responsibility. And you're a good one for stepping up and making sure that what needs to get done gets done. You're definitely not the kind of person who says, "Well, that's not my job." Good on you. Your higher ups appreciate that. And to the left, you have the Wheel of Fortune, and it's not 100% positively aspected because it's reversed, but it is in a good spot. So it tells me that things might not seem to be going in your direction right now, but just wait it out. Because in the long run, things are very much going to go in your direction. So if there's a little hiccup over the next week or two, just, like I said, just wait it out and you'll be fine. Okay.
Our next question comes from Patricia.
Oh, hi, Patricia. It's so nice to see you.
How can I spruce up the communications with my guides?
Meditation. Always meditation is so important. And if you want, and as a matter of fact, anybody who wants, I actually have, I think it's a 3-page article that I wrote on how to meditate to help get you started. So if you would like to have that, just send an email to Sally, to the Queen of Ooga Booga at gmail.com.
The address is on your screen.
Okay, so let's see. How can you spruce up communications with your guides? All right. Well, I did say meditate. Your guides are kind of saying that you're not getting enough sleep, and that might be shutting you down a little bit psychically. That's an interesting point, not getting enough sleep. Oh, okay. So again, just like the last one, you've got these major arcana cards. Your guides definitely want to come through for you very, very, very much. You've got strength and you've got strength reverse, and it's like she's looking right at that sleep issue. So it's saying that your biggest problem right now is lack of sleep. Okay. But you've got a host of guides that would like to talk to you.
Well, it seems like the theme is guides tonight. That's the third one in a row.
Well, yeah, it's with Halloween coming up, and I know it's still a month and a half away, but the veil is already starting to get a little thinner, so people are starting to get more aware of spiritual activity.
Also, it's a full moon tomorrow. 7:55 p.m. Eastern. Next, we have Tanya.
Hi, Tanya.
Tanya would like a general reading.
And I would like to give you a general reading, so. Boy, I just can't get away from that Emperor. And neither can you, Tanya. It does say that right now is a good time for you to focus in on house and home and economic conditions. The economic conditions, that the health and welfare of your home and of the stability there. And the Hanged Man is telling me that this is a time for you to start working out a budget, because you've got some home expenses coming up, and this is a good time for you to put something down on an Excel spreadsheet and make plans on how you're going to save up to take care of whatever this home money issue is around you. And you've got this, you've got the Emperor dead center, and usually he feels like a helper, but in this particular situation, he feels like he might be a bit of an obstacle, because you've got the planning here, and the home here, but it's hard to get from the planning stage to the actual saving for what you need for the home stage, because you're having to go through the Emperor. So it might be time that if you need to stand up for your home and the long-term benefit of your home, go ahead and do so. The emperor might be a little stubborn and what have you, but he is ultimately reasonable.
Okay, hi baby girl Aries. Haunting Live is with us. Janice is here. Butterfly A. Our next question comes from Janice.
Hi, Janice.
Janice would like to know about the current energy in the place she's living in.
Okay, the energies. This is a good time, Janice, for you to do some cleansing. And I just say that because as I close my eyes, I can almost feel just stuff kind of whipping around you. So you definitely have some activity going on there, but I'm not sure that all of it's favorable, because the next thing I get is that you should be saging, you should be cleansing the area. And she did say that she just moved into it, right?
No.
Oh, okay. It's a good time for you to cleanse. It's a good time for you to yeah, like I said, cleanse, sage. Yeah, let's get rid of some of the negative stuff there. One thing that I like to do sometimes is I'll take a little white candle. I'll put it as close to the center of my house as possible, and then I'll put 4 obsidians, 4 snowflake obsidians around. One for north, one for east, one for south, one for west, and then I light the candle. And once the candle's burned out, I carefully carry the crystals to the outside corners of the place. So it kind of so it creates a white light bubble, and the crystals just expand it, so it's your whole house, your whole abode is within a white bubble of protection, and that helps a little bit. Okay, so you've got the 4 of Cups reversed, and the 4 of Cups reversed. It says that you have much more good than bad there. So whatever's making you feel uncomfortable is very easy to evict. But also keep in mind, you've got some good, helpful spirits around you too. All right. So. Okay, so you said about the spirit in your house, and it does seem like they're becoming more active, as they should. There's this reminder that it's your home, you need to be confident around them. So no fear, no hesitation there. Be confident around them. It's your spot. And just between the two of these, it really feels like, even though sometimes it makes people a little uncomfortable, this is a natural cycle. Your house has cycles. That's cool. Okay, so who's next?
What do you mean by cycles?
Well,
like every 30 days or?
Well, I think it's more like annual cycles.
Annual cycles, okay.
Which plays right into what I had said before about, as we get closer to Halloween, the veil between the living and dead becomes thinner, and you get more and more activity, ghost activity, poltergeist activity, etc., and so on.
Well, as long as it's not black walnuts. They only come every 2 years. Our next question is from Kelly, who also wants to hear from her guides.
Okay,
It
Kelly.
seems like we're going to have to do a workshop on how to speak with your guides.
We actually are going to have a workshop on how to get in touch with your angels at the Ghosts of Queens event.
At the what?
At the Ghosts of Queens event this Halloween weekend, October 29th and 30th. At the Queen's Inn. And there's 3 workshops on Saturday, and one of them is getting in touch with your angels.
If you would like more information, visit hauntinglifepodcast.com. The address is on your screen, and just head on over to their events page.
Okay. So, and whose guides are we looking at right now?
Kelly's.
Kelly. Okay, Kelly's guides. What's the message? Oops. I think I need to do this. okay, Kelly. Your guides are telling you that you can be a little bit more confident. You have strength reverse. So that tells me that you have the confidence already. You're just not showing it, you're just not using it. This is a good time for you to be strong and also be optimistic. Even though right now things seem to be not turning in your favor, remember the fly on the top of the wheel. Well, the fly on the bottom eventually becomes fly on the top. So things keep turning around, and whatever little funk, F-U-N-K, that you're in right now, it's something that started maybe in toward the end of August, where you just kind of felt like maybe a plateau emotionally or something like that. And it says this is a cycle for you, and that things start turning around for you in October. Also, with the Ace of Wands, and this has got a feeling like November, December, as we're coming into the holidays, the universe is going to be very good to you indeed.
Well, there you go, Kelly. Our next question comes from Butterfly A, who is looking for love.
Oh, how sweet. Oh, love is always a good thing to look for, Butterfly. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I'm just going to take a little sip. And as you see, I changed over to the Lenormand. Give it one little cut like that. And then we'll put down 5. All right, so it feels like you had something going on for a period of 3. Maybe you're coming out of a 3-year relationship or something along those lines, because I'm seeing something where you were in a relationship for a period of 3, but it says hang on, and it's giving me a period of about 8 weeks, and this says that you're going to meet somebody just when you're out and about. So there's no real party you have to go through, no effort you have to make. Just go ahead and do your normal thing, because this is somebody that you'll come across in the course of your normal events. But you are going to meet up with somebody, and you have the anchor here. So this is somebody that you're going to connect with right away, and it is written in the book. So this is by the end of next year. So this is a relationship that starts at the end of this year and builds a good, strong foundation next year. So love looks okay for you.
Are you done?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay. Them are ducks.
And we're ducks.
Next we have Minnie Elaine, who is interested in an apartment that she's looking at tomorrow. Will she get it?
Before you 100% make up your mind, check underneath the sinks. The fact that this ends up with a key tells me that you are going to end up finding a place. And it starts out with home and hearth and ends with the key, which tells me you are going to find the right place for the right price. But it's also saying that this isn't the one. I don't think it's just the apartment. I think it's the apartment owner as well. Like I said, look under the sink. But you're on the right path to come into contact with the right apartment. So keep looking. It's out there for you.
Okay, our next question is from Haunting Live Podcast, who just come back from a trip from Thunder Bay, and they're wondering if the trip has given them some spiritual grounding, considering all the spiritual energies that they were experiencing while they were up there.
And I'm sure it has. They posted some amazing pictures. It's beautiful up there. They saw some beautiful sunrises and sunsets. They posted pictures of these falls, which I love falls. So beautiful pictures. It sounds like they had a good time. Let's see if what that did for them spiritually. Nice. You've got the ring there, so that's the complete circle. So this was good for you. It's like that the idea of completeness. You made some sort of connection up there, and I don't mean just with the land, but with some of the people that you connected with up there. Really fill out everything for you. And dead center, you have the star, which that's why you wanted to go up there. I mean, you guys love up there. You have friends up there, but it also has a certain feeling to it that resonates with you. So yes, you did gain something spiritual there for sure. Look at that. And you end up being the prime man. So yeah, whatever advice you got up there, whatever you discovered when you were up there, it really helps you to progress as far as your career goes. So good on you. Thank you for tuning in.
Okay, that was for Haunting Live podcast. Give me a second here while I adjust my eyes. I've been staring into the light for no reason. Anyhow, Olive wants to know about what to do in case she has multiple job offers. How's she going to make the right decision?
I'm telling you, that's a good position to be in. Okay, so Olive and her job offers. And there you are, contemplating your job offers. Okay, so a couple of things. When you choose the company, when you choose a job offer, don't just choose the job offer, choose the company as well. Because the cards seem to think that your best bet, as far as getting the job you truly hope for, is to actually go with the guy that seems maybe a little severe. He's also a smart businessman. So maybe if you don't know which one to choose, go down to the library and do a little research on the company. Because the company for you is the one that has a tried and true reputation. And that's someone that's smart about the law and smart about people. So that's where I see that going with you. But the star here just says, oh, congratulations. Consider that table carefully because your dream job is on it. And it's not the cool boss. It's a smart one.
So the one that's boring?
Yeah. You're not taking them out to tea, you're getting a job from them.
Our next question is from Apurva.
Hello, Apurva.
She wants a relationship reading regarding Yogesh.
Okay. Apurva and Yogesh.
While Sally's shuffling the cards, if you would like a reading in person, please call the number on your screen, 519-272-1293. That's in Stratford, Ontario, if you would like a reading in person.
Okay, so he worries that he's not quite financially ready. He worries a lot about finances and his potential for the future, and that impacts the relationship he makes around the decisions that he makes around relationships. But I've got to say, this guy seems like a really good, decent fella who wants to do above everything else, wants to do the right thing. And that's exactly the kind of person you want in your life to build a relationship with. So be patient with him, be understanding, because he's really trying to do the right thing here.
Well, next one, we have another love question. It's for Jenny.
Hi, Jenny.
Should she buy the sexy nun outfit or the dour nun outfit for Halloween?
Oh.
I'm just kidding, Jenny. But she did say that she's looking for love in the near future.
Okay, well, a short habit with fishnet stockings wouldn't hurt. Okay, Jenny and love. Okay, so Jenny and love, Jenny and love, Jenny and love. The universe, the hand of fate, wants to help you out here, because it seems like there's one fellow that you're focused in on, and they're saying, yeah, don't look at that fellow. You don't know everything about him yet, and you're about to find out some deal breakers. And when you find out deal breakers, it's time to move on. Because, the way these cards are, it's saying that this one's talking about looking for love. So this is turn your back on whoever you're trying to capture right now and move on to something else. Get a little bit of timing there. Oh, the 9. So we're talking about 9 weeks. So we're talking early November, right before we come up onto the U.S. Thanksgiving. So choose a new path.
There you go, Jenny. Holiday romance is in the cards. What's next, Sally?
What's next?
Well, you told me to talk to you.
Oh, I should give you that one for that.
Yeah, Ollie, let's do some bantering back and forth in whatever subject you want. That's really...
I asked for it.
That is really, really dangerous.
That's very dangerous.
All right, who's next? Ooh, baby girl Aries is here, and she would like a general reading for the week ahead.
Okay, baby girl Aries, and we're using my Pamela Coleman Smith deck that my producer got me for last Christmas.
That's one of the decks she did not give away.
He's not going to let me live that down. Okay, baby girl Aries. Baby girl Aries, baby girl Aries. Torn between two lovers. It's sort of like there's one that hasn't been quite producing and one that you've had a hard time getting to communicate. So you're thinking, well, he's not interested in me, so I'm going to look for someone else. Because somehow, and I know this is not your intention, but somehow by the time you hit, this seems pretty quick, baby girl. It's giving me a 2, and I think it might be 2 weeks, not 2 months. But I see you torn between two lovers in a period of 2. Interesting position to be in. You'll have to share the dirt with us when it happens. Anyhow, yeah. There's worse positions to be in than torn between two lovers. Just don't leave them hanging too long, but enjoy the ego boost, you know?
Wow, it looks like I missed a juicy reading there. Let me see if I can find my spot here. No, we got that one done. We got that one done. Yeah. Minia, we're located in Stratford, Ontario. Travel to do which events? I'm not quite sure what you mean there.
Okay, so yeah, you can, Stratford's easy to get through on either the Highway 7. It's just right along the Highway 7, dead center in the boot of Ontario. And we do have the events coming up. Well, the event at the end of October, which we will be doing with Honey Pie Podcast Live, which was the Ghost of Queens event. And then we have the events, the Mystic Rendezvous events coming in the first weekend in February and the first weekend in March. That's 4th and 5th. And they start at 9 o'clock and mid-afternoon. The Queen's Inn does have parking, and we do invite out-of-towners to come in. There's also a GO train that comes into Stratford, although that's just on the weekdays, isn't it? And we have a Via train. So there is transportation into Stratford. Does that answer your question?
I don't think that was her question at all.
Oh.
She was suggesting that you should go travel to do events.
Oh, at one point in my life I did, but now I stick a little closer to home. I'm older.
Well, also with the fact that we do live in Stratford, which is one of the prettiest cities in Canada, that we would love to have you as a guest for overnight or just for the night, the day, for the weekend. Enjoy what we have to offer here. We have a lot of really, really nice restaurants that are not franchise restaurants. Our restaurants are so good here that franchises have a hard time staying open.
So if you're talking about doing psychic fairs, and
they might be starting up again fairly soon. I think some psychic fairs are up and running again.
Yeah, our friend Richard Ravenhawk will be going on the circuit. I won't. We're homebodies, and so we find we like to stay at home in Stratford. But there's nothing wrong with going out on the circuit. We're hoping that some of Richard's travels will bring us closer to Stratford, so we can see our friend Richard. But if you are going to any of the psychic fairs, look for a booth with Richard Ravenhawk and go see Richard.
Okay, who is next? Da, 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 da. No, got that. Hi, Suzanne. Suzanne has a big interview on Thursday.
Ooh.
And she's got a very busy week the week after. She's just wondering what's going on the next few weeks.
Sounds like you'll be drinking a lot of coffee and Red Bull.
Hopefully not together.
Yeah, your stomach might not like you. Okay, Suzanne. I know she wants to know about the interview. Look at that, Suzanne. The first card that comes up is the Lovers. And the cards tell you over and over and over again, they absolutely love you there. They just think you are a blessing for the job. Ooh, you've got the Tower there. You've got there's some shakeups coming down the pipeline. I'm glad the first thing they did was reassure me that they love you. They don't love everybody. Look at that. You've got the two archangels. So, and both of these are about balance. So they're going to come through, and some people are going to be let go. You're not one of them. They're looking for you to mature into a role. So you might find out some secrets when you go into this interview. You might find out somebody's being let out the door, and you got to keep your mouth shut about it. You know how to keep secrets, right?
Shut your mouth.
We won't tell a soul.
Divine Angel Ratings would like to know.
Hi.
This is a bit of a complicated one, so let's...
Oh, dear.
Oh, yeah. As we were coming back, our native side of the family was speaking to me. Can a person get a native marking on them if the energy is talking to them? I'm not sure what he means by native marking, but Trevor, maybe you should check Chris's head and check from some new branding or something. That's two.
I think he's just I think he's just looking at what impressions that would make on him. Has this made a change to my life?
That kind of a mark.
Okay, so there's a little conflict around that, so I'm not quite sure about that. But here on the positive side, you've got one of the bonus cards that says you can bring in a lot of your spirit guides and keep them close to you through meditation. So this is a good time to do daily meditations to call those spirits in. Now that they know where you're at, because they definitely noticed you. They definitely noticed you. And the Queen of Swords reversed, that does represent you. Nice. So the answer to that is yes. But if you want to keep that energy, those energies going, you'll have to make sure that you meditate.
Meditate, such a often used word, but people I think don't quite understand what that means. What is a meditative state of mind? I'm pretty sure it looks different for everybody on various degrees, but the basic concept, as far as I understand it to be, is just to be in that moment, the magic term for this decade, the moment, but just to see if you can not think of anything. And if you do get a thought, push it aside, tell it that you will deal with it later, and get back to not thinking about anything. Good luck.
That's pretty much it. If once you get practice at meditation and you drop down deep enough, you drop into what they call the alpha stage. And once you hit the alpha stage, and it's, gosh, you kind of know it because it's sort of an in-between reality sort of stage. And when I first hit the alpha stage, I've heard other people say stuff like this happens to them as well. The first time I hit the alpha stage, is I started seeing purple flashes, and then the purple flashes became purple lips, and the purple lips were kind of spitting out little slips of paper kind of thing. And the idea of the imagery, because once you hit the alpha stage, you often start getting imagery. And the idea behind that imagery is that I was getting messages. I continued to meditate, and once I started to reach that phase, I started visualizing a garden. And the thing was, if you're in the alpha stage and you visualize something, it will be there the next time you go there as well. I have a garden that I've visited for years. And that's all through meditation. It's amazing what you can do through meditation.
Indeed it is. Our next question comes from Earth Spirit. Should I keep writing or get a real job? It's getting tough. Earth Spirit, I'm not quite sure why one needs to be done to the exclusivity of the other. I don't know any writers that don't also have another job, or two, or three. A lot of the times writers have other creative outlets that can also make them money.
You do have the world there, and yeah, ideally you would like to just focus in on your writing, but Ollie's right, you do have to get a little bit of a side job, but you can do both. Just because you want to provide for all your needs does not mean that you need to pour out your opportunity for writing. There's also a reminder that getting out and doing a 9-to-5 job quite often can be an inspiration for writing. That's funny. Yes, if you get a job, your coworkers and just their shortcomings, because as a writer, it's never the perfect characters, it's always the flawed ones. And the most positive thing about going out and getting a job is you'll meet plenty of flawed people to write about. So yes, you can and should go out and get a part-time job, but you should also absolutely not give up on your muse.
And it's getting faster to write more than ever. With the voice recognition on our phones, you can just dictate what you're writing and after the fact take it into your word processor and edit any of the incorrect words, and Bob's your uncle. It's much quicker than actually sitting there and typing it out. Our next job is from Patricia. Our next question is from Patricia.
Hi, Patricia.
She needs lottery guides. Yes, we all do. Patricia hears her guides call her name.
Yeah?
I'm
That
sorry,
does
I'm trying to
happen.
figure out this actual question here.
I think that's awesome that they call your name. But they
Oh,
may
she
be
would
asking
like
you to
to.
pay attention.
Oh, okay. So she's looking to make things wild, but in a good way. I'm not sure what that is either. What do you expect these spirits to be doing?
Okay, so my goodness. Um, before you reach out to spirit, Patricia, you need to cleanse a little bit more. Maybe put a bit of rosemary at the nape of your neck, or not just sage your room, but sage yourself too. To sage yourself, you just kind of take the sage and put it around yourself, and just use your hand to kind of guide the smoke over your head and all around you, because you need more protection around you. You're you're attracting the ones that want to help you, but you're also attracting some negative ones, and that's why you're getting such a difficult cacophony, and your guides are having a hard time going through. So you need to work a little bit more on the cleansing before you reach out to your guides. But definitely reach out to your guides. They do want to give you guidance. They do want to give you healing advice here. And they would like to talk to you. So, saging, rosemary, anything to kind of clear away negative energy. Also, you could use crystals, black, and pretty much, any of the black stones. Snowflake obsidian is really good because it not just protects you from negativity, it also tosses it back. Kyanite, I like kyanite because it's always getting rid of negativity, and it doesn't need to be cleaned. It's self-cleaning. Okay, I hope that advice helped you.
Another stone that helps is hematite. That's
Yes.
basically metal. And of course, a good old chunk of copper ore, because we use copper for grounding electricity. So it's already a grounder. It's really quite simple, isn't it? Next, we have Amy Mia.
Hi, Amy Mia. It's nice to see you.
Am I moving this year? I'm wondering if that is the rest of 21 or... Let's see.
We'll see. We'll see what the cards have to say. Okay, so it is saying that there is a homecoming for you. That 10. That be October? Yeah. You'll get an opportunity to move into house in October, and it's up to you whether you want to do it. But when I look at this, you will find one in October, and it will be tempting to go for it. It's a bit of a castle, but they're reminding you that the one that comes up in October may be more than you're able to spend. So consider that carefully before you move. But even if you wait, you will be able to find a suitable new home within 10 months. I know that seems like a long time, but even if it's beautiful, don't pay too much for a place to live. You still need to eat and pay for your utilities.
Kelly, I'm not quite sure that we can help you with that one. She lost her glass cases. Are you sure you want to go with that lip gloss? Sonia would like a reading on Justin Bieber and his wife.
Oh, I saw them at the Glow at the Met Gala. Oh, they were just cute. They just look like the cake topper at a wedding, didn't they? They are just adorable together. Okay, so let's see. Oh, those two want to come out. Oh. sometime after January, they're going to announce pregnancy, but they're going to wait until she's in her second trimester. I think she may have had real early on miscarriages or something like that, because she had like pregnancy problems where their opinion is we're going to wait until we're sure. So they do have that coming up. Of course, anybody who watches knows I always see 2 little girls for those guys. And I still see that happening. Let's see what else the cards have to say about our favorite Bieber, Mr. Justin, yeah. He's doing pretty well for himself. He's got the world at his feet. So we've got world tours, world travel coming up for him. I do see him traveling, but I think his trip might be cut short because I also see him getting ill on tour. Not like anything permanent or anything like that. More like a simple stomach flu or a little touch of food poisoning. I just see him needing to take a rest. So he's got a tour coming up that ends up getting cut short. Yeah. I think maybe April or May they're going to be making an announcement about their first one. That's so cute. Okay, so far so good for the 2 of them. Thank you for asking. I love answering celebrity questions, just so you know.
Wonderful, good on them. Now, let's see. Oh, there is no other question right at the moment. Yikes. Well, at this point, since I haven't asked you yet, please like and subscribe to our channel. Share the videos with all of your friends. Put them on your Facebook page and on your Instagrams. And let's see how many more people we can cut tuning in every Sunday night. Our subscriber count has gone up a few more. We had 304 before I checked the show here.
And we have that goal of 500 by the end of the year. So help us out. Help us achieve that goal by first subscribing, but tell your friends and encourage them to subscribe too.
Yeah, once we reach that 500 member goal, I'll start doing the show with clothing.
Then I won't be so distracted.
Mad Hunt is looking for justice. Will there be any?
Oh, yeah, justice is a relative thing. Karma always manages to take care of things. But you have to watch out because sometimes karma can be a double-edged sword too. You know that. But I know that whatever the situation is, it's kind of got your back up.
Just a reminder, all readings are for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah, the cards are basically saying that you're looking at this from the wrong perspective, and saying don't waste so much time and worrying about someone else's karma. You know, whatever went wrong, it's already over and done with, and you're staying at that point of being wronged too long. You know, being right is not enough. You know, it's time to let it go. It's so time to let that go and move on. You've got more to look forward to in this life, and you're the only person you're slowing down, and the only person you're putting obstacles for is yourself.
I think what you're saying is
Lecture complete.
Figure it out. Suzanne would like to know about school and the kiddies and whether they're going to stay in school or go back to home learning here in Ontario.
That is a very good question.
Sally and I have been discussing this subject. Figured with the incubation period being 2 to 3 weeks, this coming week we should start seeing if there's an uptick in cases in Ontario schools.
And we are going to see what the Leanermon has to say about that. Okay. Back to school. What's going on with the cool and the kidlets? Well, I can see who didn't want the kidlets to go back to school. And that would have been Dr. Tam, because when I look at this, it just feels like at a point in time where things seem to be solidifying out, everybody put pressure on her. And even and I think it's her just because I see a woman at a crossroads, uncertain, really uncertain, and maybe compromising her own, it's like she didn't want to send the kids back right away, but she knew it needed to be done. So it's kind of like this vicious circle. It does the idea that, Steve, come on, folks, Stevie Wonder could see that there's going to be breakouts. It's just, of course, it's going to happen. And we hate the idea of sending back the kids back to school and putting them in danger. But on one hand, it kind of it opens up the doorway to more stringent vaccine laws, and they may require vaccinations or something like that before the end of this school year, because it seems like the ones on the side of medicine are going to have something to celebrate here, and I'm sure it's not the kids getting sick. It's not going to be as bad as we thought it was. There is going to be a breakout, but it sort of it changes our way of looking at it, because the school's institution survives, but it also means that you have more of the home and the school together. So you're going to find that the classrooms, you might have 3 different classes going on during a week, where the kids only go to school actually 1 day a week and do their online learning 4 weeks 4 weeks instead, because it feels like they're going to make the groups of children much smaller, and that would probably be the only way to do it. Because it does feel like there's kind of a rotation where they decide to do a blended kind of education, and it makes things better for everybody, because they can for some reason it saves money, because there'll be money to spend come spring. They may actually say that they're going to end the school year in April, because that 4 comes out, and it really kind of talks to me. Okay, so I hope I answered the question about school vax, the whole school thing.
I think you did. Suzanne, are you seeing any flu cases yet? Usually at this point of the year, with the kids going back to school, the flu cases just uptick like crazy. Haven't heard anything about that because of COVID just being so much that the flu takes a back seat. But I am curious, and especially how the two affect each other. Anyhow, do we have another question? Oh yeah, somebody wants to know about Selena Gomez.
Oh
yeah, never mind Selena Gomez. I'm so over her. Let's do the crystal cards instead.
Oh yeah, sure. The crystal cards, and we all love doing that. Whoops. So
there's your first 2.
yeah, they just kind of want to drop out of the box. Okay, this is the crystal therapy cards. That was a gift from my cousin Chris from a Haunting Live podcast, and so I use them once a week for this particular segment, because I know that not everybody who wants to have a question answered asks a question, and this way we have a reading that kind of applies to everybody. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to draw 3 cards, and I want each one of you to pick which card resonates with you, whether you choose card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3. Once again, which one are you attracted to? Card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3? We'll start out with card number 1, and card number 1 is Tiger's Eye. And it says here strength. If you picked card number 1, you do have a power week. This is a week where you need to be confident. Look people in the eye. Stand up to people. Express your thoughts. Be a little bit more tiger-like in your behavior. And there's a little protection that goes with Tiger Eyes. So if you pick number 1, this is your week. If you pick number 2, you pick the Psychic Shield of Protection. And the Psychic Shield of Protection is usually a good one to have around you, because it tells me that if you pick number 2, you're a little bit more protected by your guides from negative spirits. It feels like they're kind of away from you right now. So if you wanted to do some heavy-duty spiritual work, this is the weekend. This is the week to do it while you have that shield of protection around you. It is time to kind of reach out and be a little bit more bold about things you do on a spiritual level. Did you pick card number 3? Well, if you did, you have picked a Prophylact. And a Prophylact says guidance. And when I look at a Prophylact, it just seems like it's a very higher self kind of stone. And it does bring down the God force and opens up the universe to you. So if you pick number 3, this is a good week for you to pay attention to your dreams and the signs that are around you, because it's saying that your higher self is sending you messages. Okay, so that's the crystals for this week. Do we have some latecomers, darling?
No, not yet. It's just a little bit after 10 o'clock. Sometimes we get some folks in right at 10, because my guess is the show they were watching is over, and now they want to watch ours. But while we are waiting, not that we really are waiting, let me talk to you about Ghosts of the Queen's Inn. It's an event that's going on October 29th and 30th in Stratford, Ontario, at the Queen's Inn Hotel. It is a 2-day workshop with lessons and readings and a seance and a pajama party and lots more. If you would like all the details for this event, please visit hauntinglivepodcast.com and check out their events page. And if you would like a reading from Sally in person, then please contact the Spa Near the Tracks at 519-272-1293. They will take your appointment, and then you just gotta show up, and yeah, you're gonna wait for Sally. She's always late. Well, there are no other questions. We've gotten through everything. It's all done. No questions. The crystals are done. We've told them where to get a reading. We've told them to like and share. And we've told them about the Queens of the Ghosts, the Ghosts of the Queen's Inn.
Yes, we have.
I've been saying that so much, I'm getting them backwards. My dyslexia is coming back.
Okay, so folks, we're coming to the end of another show. It's been so wonderful spending this hour with you. We look forward to it every week. Please remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It helps us out a lot. And let all your friends know, because we really do want to hit that 500 subscriber mark by the end of the year. And we will see you next week at 9 p.m. for Psychic Sundays Live with Sally, Diane, and her
me,
producer.
the producer,
Yes.
Ollie. And that's it. Good night. Bye-bye. Have a good week. Ciao.